They were terrified. They were worried. 4 years in a row, I ruined Christmas. They took my presents back to Macy's. I never even got them. And I didn't deserve them. I was famous for ruining Christmas.
Yeah, that's so wild because whenever you think about that, it's like there's this whole idea of, because I'm not taking any responsibility who I am as a person, not only am I hurting things, not only am I damaging things, and when you damage something, like you said, you can mend it back together, but it's not that original fabric.
No. So I damaged my relationships with my family, entered recovery program, mutual support groups, and through this amend process, I sat in front of all of them. I sat in front of my parents, my brothers. I sat in front of my cousins, my grandparents, my uncles. And I went through this healing process. It took as equally as long
for Christmases, yeah,
for it to start to heal. It took 4 consecutive Christmases of changed behavior for my family to start not watching me.
To start kind of feeling a little relaxed.
Yes,
the
exactly.
hurt was so big.
Exactly. For them to start
yeah,
backing off and saying, okay, he maybe he's sincere, maybe he's really changed.
Because you don't see the hurt.
Not if I'm turning a blind eye.
So you don't know how many nights your mom cried or
sleepless.
The sleepless nights. And that's what people, they think it's about seeking forgiveness, and this is our absolution, but it's about, like you had talked about, taking action to right our wrongs.
Very good.
And create a more positive future for that relationship.
Absolutely.
That's totally different than, like you said, saying I'm sorry.
Yeah.
People need to, you have to grasp this concept, because you'll just come in saying I'm sorry again. It's about taking action to right the wrongs.
Yeah.
Plural wrongs. There's a lot of them. And ones you don't realize, that's why you ask the question.
Yes. Corrective behavior. I have to start behaving differently. That's the amendment. That's my commitment. I'm making a commitment, never live that type of life again, where I'm selfish and I run you over to get what I want.
And that's the hard part. It's easy to say, hey, sorry, baby.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to say, hey, watch me. The future is totally different.
It's hard to change the behavior. But you know what? Dying drunk is hard too.
Yeah.
Dying from an overdose, that's hard too. Causing your family that much pain and destruction, that's hard too. So we say, pick your fucking hard. Do you want to live a hard life where you die from your addiction? Or do you want to live a hard life where you're expanding, growing, and of service to God and others?
And people need to understand this. It's like you just got done watching The Matrix.
Yeah.
All 3 of them, right?
No, well, we're in the middle.
Yeah, in the middle. But the whole idea is that it's a game.
Yes.
Games aren't fun unless they're hard. I can remember playing video games when I was younger.
Yeah. The miracle of healing.
Yeah, it's like I fucking nailed this. Yeah.
There's so much magic that takes place in order to be able to understand that, bro. I got sober with someone in Taos, powerful female that I was grateful to get sober with, and we also had there was an older gentleman in the mutual recovery group that was a little kind of like spiritual sandpaper. Nobody really liked him. And he was abrupt, and he kind of spoke in jokes, and he would say vulgar things, and it was very easy to judge him. It was very easy for people to get mad at him, and he used to say stuff like, "That's crazy. That's like a pregnant woman pole vaulting." Right, yeah. and he used to say, "Oh, that's worse than a hemorrhoid. You got that? It's worse than a hemorrhoid." And just vulgar stuff would come out of his mouth. Anyways, this girl that I got sober with, she hated him. She absolutely resented him, deplored him. She told me one time, when he speaks, I have a mental image of my head of jumping up on the table, ripping his head off of his body with his spine still attached, and then beating his lifeless body with his own head. That's what she told me. That's how much she hated this person.
That's a mirror. It's
yes,
just a mirror,
yes.
yeah.
He was showing her parts of herself.